people. That's a good job in the city. Working for the man every night and day.
When you're looking for smart people in The Simpsons, everyone unanimously points at Lisa, after her comes others. One fact that remains consistent about The Simpsons is that Lisa is the conscience of the Simpsons family, as she usually works the hardest to find a solution to whatever situation they're in. From the beginning of the series, she makes a great impression by learning how to play the saxophone at a young age, thanks to the mentorship of the late great Bleeding Gums Murphy. Lisa also cares about making her community and planet better by advocating vegetarianism, designing a more girl-positive Barbie-like doll, and exposing the truth about her town's founder, Jedediah Springfield. Lisa also stands out as the smartest girl in her school. More importantly, would you agree with us that Lisa Simpson always knows just what to say? She has the wisdom of 1,000 years, and here are some of the most genius thoughts by Lisa Simpson. Number 6. Coupled with her strong views on vegetarianism and women's rights, Lisa also seems to have strong views on beliefs throughout the show. She's the resident skeptic of the family and leaves the Christian church to pursue a path that means something to her. When an angel is discovered in Springfield, Lisa is one of the last to be convinced that it's real. Though everyone is entitled to believe in whatever they wish, she does make sense when she points out that people often believe in angels, but not in other supernatural beings such as leprechauns or unicorns.
But it can't be an angel.
Well, if you're so sure what it ain't, how about telling us what it am?
It could be anything. It could be a mutant from the nuclear plant.
That attitude of questioning things and not believing just because everyone else shows how smart Lisa really is. Moving on to number 5, number 1 will certainly blow your mind. Stay tuned till the end of the video. Despite her young age, Lisa's able to read people very well. She's a great judge of character and can see past people's facades. When they act in certain ways, she's usually able to tell what's driving them to take on such behavior. When she asks the question, does it make you feel superior to tear down people's dreams? It shows that she understands quite a lot about what makes people tick. Number 4. Don't you ever wish that Lisa Simpson was a person so we could vote for her in politics? When Marge becomes a police officer in Season 6's Springfield Connection, Lisa challenges her mom on the way the system works. Don't you think we ought to attack the roots of our social problems instead of jamming people into overcrowding prisons, she asks? This is definitely a quote that makes you stop and think. And Lisa's right. If we don't start focusing on the root causes of our social problems, they'll just keep happening over and over again. Let's give you some more thoughts by Lisa to occupy your mind. Number 3. In the Season 2 episode, 2 garages in every car and 3 eyes on every fish, Bart and Lisa are fishing when the investigative journalist shows up and starts chatting to them. When he asks them what they're using for bait, Lisa says,
My brother's using worms, but I, who feel the tranquility far outweighs the actual catching of fish, am using nothing.
I see.
An 8-year-old kid who is able to be mindful enough to enjoy a relaxing activity like fishing without worrying about the outcome? Sounds like pure genius to me, and this is incredibly deep. Number 2. It is no more news that Bart and Lisa do have a strong sibling bond, but there are also many moments in the show where the two are at odds with each other. One of their most memorable loggerhead moments takes place in Bart vs. Thanksgiving when he destroys Lisa's centerpiece.
Bart, why did you burn my centerpiece? Was it because you hate me? Or because you're bad?
I don't know. I don't know why I did it. I don't know why I enjoyed it. And I don't know why I'll do it again.
Eventually, Bart tries to fix things with Lisa, and she tells him that she only wants an apology if it's genuine. Bart, she says,
The only reason to apologize is if you look deep down inside yourself and you find a spot. Something you wish wasn't there. Because you feel bad you hurt your sister's feelings.
oh, come on. Who else wouldn't give us this kind of thought in The Simpsons except Lisa? This is outstanding.
Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa.
Apology accepted.
And finally, number 1. Lisa will always be there to deliver simple yet effective pieces of advice that will always turn out to be valid, whether or not her family listens to them. In the episode Homer the Great, when Homer becomes the leader of the Stonecutters, Lisa tries to warn him that this happiness won't last forever.
Remember, Dad, all glory is fleeting.
So?
Beware the Ides of March.
No.
Dad, I know you think you're happy now, but it's not gonna last forever.
Everything lasts forever.
Don't you see?
Along with telling him that his glory is fleeting, she also lets him know that
Getting what you want all the time will ultimately leave you unfulfilled and joyless.
he never follows Lisa's advice, but he soon finds out for himself, and she's right.
Lisa, you were right. My happiness is fading.
You're experiencing spiritual emptiness because your power has isolated you from other human beings. Well, maybe you could reach out to the community and help other people.
At this junction, you'll agree with us that we need to do an episode compiling all the Lisa Simpson wisdom bites. Watch out for it. Before shutting the con on this episode, we are curious what people think of our darling Lisa. So let's zoom through a couple of comments made about Lisa Simpson on Twitter. By far, our favorite tweet is from @Seldo. Oh no, Lisa Simpson, the smart one who routinely resolves crisis for everybody else in the family. She continues, imagine watching The Simpsons and not liking Lisa. Imagine what kind of zodiac color you need to be for that to make sense. Responding to Texas Senator Ted Cruz's analogy between Democrats and Lisa Simpson, where he calls the Democrats and the party of Lisa Simpson, Tornadoes Born Me claims that Lisa Simpson is the smart one. Perez Hilton also responded to Send Ted with a fatal punchline saying, Lisa Simpson is the smart one, Bart and Homer are the dumb ones. So yeah, not sure where Ted Cruz is going with this. Maybe you should actually try watching The Simpsons. From another point of view, @CatherineCasps2 expresses her love for Lisa with these lines, Lisa Simpson is smart, compassionate, and attempts to bring about positive changes in her community. I'm honored to belong to the party of Lisa Simpson. Let's wrap it up with a question from Jules Ventura. How is it that Lisa Simpson is so smart but 8 years old and in second grade? #Doe. That indeed is a question we hope to get an answer to someday, but we're filled with delight that she stepped in the right time to save Springfield from the dilemma created by the Trump administration. Our Lady of the Century goes to Lisa Simpson for all the time she has single-handedly saved Springfield. And this will bring us to the end of today's video. I hope you had a great time watching this video. Share your thoughts in the comments section down below and with your friends. And please don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video. Until then, take care, and we'll see you next time.
Oh, what the heck? Once more from the top.
Yeah!